I wonder if somebody said they wanted a load of fir. In this world we live in today, I could send them a load of birch, and the truck driver can tell the client that the birch is identifying as fir. Bingo. Well, the strategy right now is to try to figure out what to do with all this birch. That's one problem, because it's everywhere. And secondly, figure out if we're going to have to go all short logs, which I really don't want to do.
So what's the issue with birch?
There's no real home for birch other than firewood. They don't want it for OSB anymore. They don't want it for bio right now. So it's all firewood. And I don't really have any firewood markets. So, fairly unfortunate.
So what is it going to do? It's not just going to sit here, is it?
No, we'll get rid of it. Just don't want to have to give it away, right? It never fails. If I have a landing full of dry fir firewood, people want birch. If I have birch, people want fir. Can't win. I wonder if somebody said they wanted a load of fir. In this world we live in today, I could send them a load of birch, and the truck driver can tell the client that the birch is identifying as fir. Bingo.
Anybody can be anything.
Yeah, oh, it's okay, Mr. Birchload. You're identifying as fir today. It is going to get ugly. Well, there's snow on top of this mud is going to be just fantastic. Getting worse. jumping out. I gotta go for a little walk.
Any more trucks?
Nope. You get out of bed early, you get shit done. Even when somebody forgets their wallet and you gotta turn around. Just want to see what I got for... Oh, what the fuck did I... So this property, you gotta love this Avenza mapping system. This is just absolutely awesome. This is the property we're on. This is a trail that I carved in up there. Property line's running kind of northeast. So you go like this, draw and measure, add point. That's my trail that I marked as I was coming down, just so I could pinpoint where I was. And this is all going to be harvested. Basically, we're going to harvest from this strip up. So, quite an area in there. We got the conventional part done that we can do with a buncher. And now that's all steep. That's all hand fell, hoe chucked, maybe a little line skidder action, depending on how we can get it. It's too steep to come straight down on. It's basically high lead. So this is another property. So this whole area, you can see it runs a quarter of a mile, quarter of a mile, quarter of a mile is what this is. And now it was sold off years ago, and it's what they call tenants in common. It's a bizarre situation.
What does it mean? Tenants
in common. So it's almost like a small corporation where 4 of them own it together, but they each kind of have their own section, right? But it all has the same timber mark. So you got to be kind of careful what you do. You got to keep all the wood sorted out and whose is whose. But anyways, Frank Riley and Ralph Bischoff, they originally, well, they weren't the original ones, but they logged it back in the early 80s. So this is a lot of Frank and Ralph's handiwork, all the trailing. So it's very well trailed, which saves us a lot of time and money. Frank Riley is the log father.
So he taught you everything you know?
He taught me a lot, all right. Taught me all the good things, all the bad shit, well, that's my own. Well, I worked for Frank since 1994. And I was with Frank when my father passed. So he's a father figure to me, you could say, and a very, very close friend.
So where are we going?
Well, I want to see what's left for hand falling. I know I got a lot to do over there. Like, this has all been selected through, right? And there's going to be another forestry. You gotta remember, Frank goes through and logs this in the 80s. Call it 40 years ago. Easy numbers. There's easily another forest here, a harvestable forest, in 40 years. It's good to see. Okay. So this is all in the property. Now who? Oh, the log father himself was calling. He must have sat on the phone there. He must have been listening to us. We're over on this property. We're not even into this property. Fuck. We're at the blue dot. Northeast line is up there. And we've already got hand falling to do. Jesus Christ. This guy got lucky, eh? This was mostly ground fire that came through here. And his house is right down there. And Man, oh man, he got lucky. Okay, well this trail dead ends. You get so much of that deciduous crop back. I typically like to remove it all because it's a leaf tree and it does cover up the canopy and it slows up the growth of the coniferous, which is the fir and cedar, which we want. We don't really care about the birch. I gotta remove a bunch around his house here too, I think.
So what are you seeing?
I'm seeing hand falling and hand falling and more hand falling. Well, I fall, but I'm not a full-time faller anymore. Greg falls, but he's got a process too, so we have to bring on some hired help here. There is a few good hand fallers in this area, which are the Bischoffs and their relations, but hand fallers are a dying breed. I don't think I'm going to walk much further. I know we got a bunch of work to do.
How long is this job going to take?
Oh, we'll be here for, by the looks of it, another week and a half probably.
You can make that quick a work out of this stuff, hand falling?
Oh yeah, a good faller will go through this fast. There's that little strip there, 3 hours, have it on the ground.
You don't do it full time anymore because you don't have the time, or is it too hard on the body?
I don't have the time to hand fall anymore, nor do I have the desire to do so.
I mean, you do love it though, right?
Oh, I enjoy it, but would I enjoy doing it 6 hours a day, 5 days a week? Probably not.
Yeah, well, it's nice to get out of the machine, I bet.
Yeah, it is. You sit in the machine too long and just feel like a bag of shit. Well, should we venture over and see the one and only Mr. Frank Riley, aka Godfather? Okay, off to the Logfather. Craig, what is Craig? Craig's the log daddy, that's right. The log daddy. I'm Big Wood B. Sure greened up, eh? Like, unreal the difference. Special treat for everybody. We are going to have coffee, Nescafe that is, with the legendary Logfather himself, Mr. Frank Riley. We're going to talk a little politics, a little logging. He'll be excited to see Paul. I'm not going to take my boots off there. These boots took a long time to break in.
Yeah, what are they?
These ones are Hoffman's.
They're nice boots.
Yeah, they're a really good boot.
Hoffman, the logger's choice.
Hoffman's. Hi, Melanie.
Hi.
Oh, I gotta go get my wallet.
Holy smokes, he's got the goddamn camera.
Coming in hot.
Cheers.
Cheers, Frank.
Here. There we are.
Many hours later.
Thanks, Frank.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, you
Jesus,
as well. Oh.
You too, Paul.
See you, Frank.
Take care, guys.
You too. Oh no, like that was 3 hours. And it went by fast. Like it's always entertaining.
Oh yeah.
And there's always stories, and what a guy.
So you've known Frank since you were what?
Oh, well, I knew of him when I was in high school. Like when I was a kid. Everybody knew who Frank was. And then I first did a couple little jobs for him when I was about 17 years old, and then I went to work for him when I was about 20, I guess it was. he used to get fairly hot under the collar, and he wasn't afraid to let you know. Yeah. Yeah, he was really good though. Like you could absolutely lose his mind one minute, and then once that was all said and done, there was no talking about it. It was done. It was addressed. Which is a great feature in a person, whereas some people, you know, they'll moan and groan about something and they won't get over it. Not with Frank. No. I mean, I remember when I used to skid with him with my line skidder, and he was very particular as to where you had to drop that turn. And if you didn't put it in the right spot, well, holy fuck, he'd go up one side of you and down the other. You'd have your little yelling match on the landing. You'd go back down, get another turn, bring it up, and he'd just come out laughing and, fuck, I had you going that time, didn't I? I got you a little revved up. Yeah, no, he's a good man. I think we're in for a nice morning tomorrow morning. It looks like it's going to clear off here.
You're back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to work right through the weekend, work through next weekend. Keep the wood moving, keep the cash flow going.